a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Mubarakan. Mubarakan is a 2017 Indian romantic comedy film directed by Anees Bazmee. It is produced by Sony Pictures Networks Productions, Murad, Khetani, and Ashwin, Varde. Anil Kapoor, Arjun Kapoor, Ileana and Athiya Shetty played the lead roles in the film. It is a story about twin brothers. The film was released worldwide on the 28th of July 2017 in 2,350 screens in India and 475 screens overseas. Plot. The story starts with a couple traveling with their twins in a car who are exhausted and drowsing. Unfortunately, their car crashes and they die, but the twins get saved. As the twins' paternal uncle Khetani Singh is single yet and doesn't want to get married at all, he decides to give one son to his elder sister Jito based in London and the other to his brother Baldev Singh who is settled in Punjab whilst he himself enjoys his single, lonely life in London. Years pass and both twins grow up as Karan, living with his aunt in London, and Charan, who lives with his uncle in Punjab. Karan is a free man with no responsibilities whilst Charan is a simple, sweet man who is having a car showroom in Punjab. Karan has a girlfriend, Sweetie, from past 2 years. Unfortunately, one day, they both are in the same mall talking on call as Sweetie laughs, and at the same time Sweetie passes from the escalator where Karan's aunt/mum, Jito, falls, misunderstanding that she was laughing on her. They have a big quarrel with each other, including Jito accuses her a bad character girl and dislikes her from now. Meanwhile, in Punjab, Charan has also a girlfriend, Nafisa, who is a Muslim and studying law. So, trouble starts as Baldev decides to marry Charan with a respectful girl. Jito suggests her husband's friend Akalpreet Sandhu, who is also willing to marry their daughter Binkle with a good man. Jito decides to send Karan to Punjab so that he can manage Baldev's restaurant in his absence. So, Baldev takes Charan to London where Khetani welcomes them. Khetani first takes them to his mini Punjab residence and then to Jito's. While in Punjab, Sweetie comes with Karan too, as her father also lives there. In London, Charan consults with his uncle Khetani that he doesn't want to marry Binkle as he is in love with Nafisa. Stupid Khetani decides to help him with his creative ideas. He suggests him to act as a drug addict in front of Sanas so that they will refuse themselves. Next day, Charan does the same, but as he sees Binkle, he falls in love with her. Binkle takes Charan on a house visit while Khetani drops silly habits of Charan's drug addiction in Manpreet, Binkle's brother. Charan tries to tell Khetani about his sudden feelings, but just falls off the window due to signal problems. Due to this incident, Manpreet exposes and confirms Charan's a drug addict, on which Baldev opposes and misbehaves. Jito and her husband, instead of defending Baldev, they persuade him to apologize Mr. Sandhu for his misbehavior, but Baldev refuses to do so as he thinks it is against his ego. They return home and blames Baldev for their disrespect in front of the rich Mr. Sandhu and also offends him of his poor past. Baldev tolerates at his limit and decides to return to Punjab. He challenges Jito that he will marry his Charan at exact the 25th of December with a girl much more better than Binkle. They end their relationship. Meanwhile, Charan asks Karan to bring Nafisa at the airport so that he could talk about his feelings for her with his adoptive father. When they land in Punjab, Karan does what Charan asked and confronts them with Nafisa, but coward Charan doesn't dare to speak and Baldev misunderstands that Nafisa is Karan's girlfriend. This creates problems for Karan. Baldev overhears Sweetie's father pleading for her daughter's marriage soon in Gurudwara. So, Baldev takes Charan's proposal for Sweetie, who misunderstands her bond getting tied with Karan, but later realizes it's tied with Charan. She gets upset and persuades Karan to do something about this. While back at London, Jito takes proposal of her own Karan to Sandhu, on which he agrees. They fix their marriage on the 25th of December too. Khetani is split into Jito and Baldev's marriage events at the same date. To solve his problem, he suggests Baldev to have a destination marriage in London, where he was insulted. Baldev agrees and everyone flies to London. Khetani accommodates Sweetie and her father in a 5-star hotel, and Charan and Baldev in front of Jito's residence, yet he wants to be alone. Wedding preparations continue with Sweetie, Karan and Sharan's plans to get rid of their problems. Charan decides to tell Binkle that Charan is marrying her without his consent. So, both families along with their in-laws gather in a mall for shopping. Charan takes advantage of this and reveals Karan and Sweetie's relationship, on which she is heartbroken, saying that maybe she has lack of anything as she is refused by every man. She also includes that she can't refuse herself and thought Charan would be revealing his feelings for her. Charan feels sorry for her and falls for her more because of her innocence towards him. Charan refuses to fight for his rights, on which Karan invites Nafisa to London, increasing Sharan's problems. Karan, Charan, Sweetie and Nafisa decides to run with their love. But their plan fails when in the next morning Manpreet falls for Nafisa and Sandhu insists her to live at his residence. For this, Nafisa and Manpreet falls for each other. Nafisa starts ignoring Charan. Charan wants to reveal his feelings for Binkle, but at the moment, Nafisa appears and confess her love for Manpreet and leaves. So now, Charan is fully for Binkle. Charan and Karan's marriages are planned at the same Gurudwara as the date. Beforehand, Charan and Sweetie's engagement is held, which Jito attends alone from her side. Later, Karan and Binkle's engagement is held, which Baldov's family attends alone. Before Binkle's engagement, Charan confesses all the mishaps and misunderstandings happened and he is not drug addict too. He also reveals his feelings to her at last. Kartar dreams of his brother, the twins' father, realizing him that he left his children to him and he is ruining their life. After Binkle's engagement, Karan, Sweetie, Charan, Binkle, Manpreet, Nafisa and Kartar gather at a place where Kartar declines them to help them and they would have to marry the ones chosen by their parents instead of eloping. So, the 25th of December arrives when Karan and Charan exchange their sherwanis, disguising each other. At the Gurudwara, Sweetie reveals her love for Karan in front of everyone, on which everyone including Charan and Karan shocks because of their exchanged identities. Not to cause more trouble and confusion, they both take Kartar in confidential meeting, revealing their exchanged identities, where Kartar orders them to wear their original identities and never ever discuss this mishap with their wives. So, their families no more oppose their choices and Karan weds Sweetie while Charan weds Binkle, and they live happily ever after. Soundtrack. The music of the film has been composed by Amal Malik, Gaurav Roshan, Rishi Richan, while the lyrics have been penned by Kumar. Its first song, Mubarakan, was released on the 22nd of June 2017. The second single, titled as Hawa Hawa, which is sung by Mika Singh and Prakriti Kakar, was released on the 29th of June 2017. The soundtrack was unveiled on the 6th of July 2017 by T-Series, which consists of 6 songs. Critical reception. Reviews for the film have been positive so far. Rohit Vats of Hindustan Times rated it 3/5 and felt that the lead actor, Arjun Kapoor, was overshadowed by Anil Kapoor. It's just that Anil Kapoor is a pro at it and steals all the limelight from him. You'll be occasionally laughing, but probably won't be leaving the theatre with a big smile on your face. Meena Liar of Times of India rated the film 3/5 and concluded, Anil is the scene stealer, with his half-Brit half-Punjabi act lifting the film throughout. Arjun's double act allows for some smiles, and the girls, Ileana, Athiya, and Neha, are easy on the eye, though they're just decorative set pieces. Manju Ramanan of Masala gave the film 3/5, saying, loud characters, bright sets, songs and dances and slapstick humor dominate this Anees Bazmee film. But the instances do make you smile. Ohana Bhattacharya of Koimor gave the film 3/5, saying, the story is funny and the film has some really hilarious dialogues. However, sadar jokes are a bit cliched and Bollywood needs to get over it. I loved the way the film builds up the confusion, but it tends to drag towards the climax. There are moments when you will feel it is patriarchal, racist and regressive. Also, the climax is a bit predictable. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?